We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere. A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Keep it 100. Thank you.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we should have a fun matchup for you between the homestanding Archers of Southside and the visiting Patriots from Jay County. Jay County, of course, is in Portland, Indiana. It is part of the Allen County Conference as far as the conference that they play in, and it's a pretty good conference, and this Jay County team is a pretty good team. We'll start by talking about the homestanding Archers of Southside. They do return quite a bit of experience last year, and some of the players that you would expect to make an impact have certainly made an impact. Olivia Smith is the leading scorer, averaging 14.3 points per game. She's a junior. She was one of the top scorers a year ago as a sophomore, behind J.C. Jones, who is now playing at IUPUI. And had a great career she did here at Southside. Lamaya Woodson also making a big-time impact. She is the second leading scorer on the team, and she leads the team in rebounds. She has averaged 9.3 of those. She is 6 foot flat, and she's got a very long wingspan. Had one of her games earlier this season where Woodson was absolutely brilliant when it came to rebounding the basketball. Well, we're going to be right back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back, everybody. We are at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This Jay County team coming on the road to play Southside. They are 8-1 in the season. Their only loss was to North Central, a team out of Indianapolis, but they have won their last 7. They were supposed to play against South Adams today, but that game was postponed. In fact, Southside was supposed to play against Wayne today. That game was postponed. Now, it didn't take long to get that one rescheduled. It was rescheduled for this coming Tuesday, and it'll be an interesting tip-off time on a weekday. That game will tip at 3 p.m., but there's nothing unusual about a 1 p.m. start on a Saturday. And that's when we are about to get started here. We're about to get started here in 5 minutes. Jay County is coached by Kirk Comer. He has been the head coach at Jay County for 11 years. He has been a head coach for 26 years overall. In fact, this is his second stint as the head coach at Jay County. He spent 5 years as head coach at Jay County from 2005 all the way through 2009. Several quality seasons and a sectional title in that span. And then he took over again at Jay County in 2016. He's been the head coach ever since. This is his 6th year as a part of that stint, after a couple of stints at Winchester and Monroe Central, where he won 3 sectional titles in that span, as well as 2 regionals, both of those coming at Winchester, and records of 25-1 and 21-5. Some of the top scorers for this Jay County team include the likes of Renna Sweeterman. She's a double-digit scorer, averages 13.8 per game. Madison Dirksen is the leading scorer. She's a forward on the interior at 6 foot flat. Averages 14.9 points per game. Now, Sweeterman also is 6 foot flat. And, it's key when you can have some big athletes on the interior when you're going up against a player like Lamaya Woodson. Lamaya Woodson is 6 foot flat. And I mentioned earlier she's one of the top scorers on this Southside team. Now, this Southside team is coached by one of the more experienced coaches in the area, that being Juanita Goodwill. She's in her 12th season, and she has won 190 games in her career at Southside. In fact, I believe she was an assistant coach at Southside before becoming a head coach. The Archers are off to a 6-1 start this year. They're coming off a conference win where they beat Northrop last night. 61-39 was the final there. Have another conference game, as I mentioned, coming up on Tuesday against Wayne. That'll be a 3 p.m. tip. This is a non-conference game, but it is a big one. 2 very experienced coaches, 2 great programs, 2 teams playing very well, about ready to take the court as Southside takes on Jay County. Again, a word from our sponsors before we go any further. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit DriveKelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Well, it looks like we are just about ready for the national anthem here at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School. The Archers taking on the Patriots.
excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think, that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
Welcome back to Don Reichert Gymnasium. Southside about to take on Jay County. And the tip is initially won by Woodson. I think she lost it in the air, but Smith able to recover. And that three is good. Jazz Combs from downtown. Early bucket, they get the steal right off the inbound, but Combs is going to be called for the double dribble. And Jay County will take over as Southside gets the press on. They had the press on right after the made basket just moments ago. But the Patriots break the press. Here's Izzy Rogers across the timeline. She's picked up by Combs. And they're working around. A three ball is no good. And touched while it was out of bounds by Bilbrey. Shot taken by Renna Sweetmeyer. Excuse me, Sweeterman is the last name. Talking with Coach Comer about the pronunciation. It's Sweeterman, spelled Schwieterman. That's the spelling on that last name. And here's Combs, or rather Smith, across the timeline. She feeds it to C.C. Calloway. And C.C. Calloway transferred in from Concordia. She's gotten to play with two experienced head coaches here in Fort Wayne. She played for Dave Miller back when she was at Concordia. And Calloway rattles home the triple. That was something she was good at back when she was playing for Dave Miller, and she's still good at it now in her first year here at Southside under Juanita Goodwell. And right back on the other end, there's a three by Madison Dirksen. Smith right back on the other end, and it is raining threes here at Southside. 9-3 Archers. All the points have come from beyond the arc so far. These kids have been getting good looks. That's a tough shot on the inside contested by Woodson, but an offensive rebound. Putback wouldn't go. Another putback there, but that wouldn't go either, and there was Woodson who got the rebound in the end. Now, she's gotten some tough rebounds in her career, but that last one was fairly easy. Calloway able to recover. Combs, contested three. That's no good. Drive to the basket, shot with the right hand, no good. Woodson crashes in for the board, and the Archers come right back the other way. Out of bounds. Pass a little bit too far for Jariah Fitz. Beg your pardon, that was Cassidy Connolly. Jariah Fitz wears number 10 for the Archers. But the Patriots will take over. They get the ball into Aubrey Sweeterman. And now here's Renna Sweeterman across the timeline. Renna is a sophomore, and that three ball is good. That's Madison Dirksen. She's done all the scoring so far for Jay County. Combs swings it back over to Smith. That's a long three, and Smith knocks it down. From way downtown, Olivia Smith, she's got 2 triples in the game. Patriots come across the timeline. That's a 2 if it goes, but it's an air ball off the hands of Callaway, and Smith's able to recover. Looking to get out and run. The left-hand shot, no good. And we have a whistle shortly after the rebound. Are we going to get a foul here? We do. It's on Olivia Smith. Gabby Bilbrey got the rebound. It has been raining 3 balls early on here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. 4 threes for Southside, 2 for Jay County. There's Izzy Rogers looking to get it across the timeline. Loose ball taken away. That's Combs. 1-on-1 to the basket, and Combs couldn't put it in. Callaway almost had the steal. They get it to Rogers. She'll get it across the timeline. Rogers, right off the dribble, couldn't bank it home. But Rogers gets her own rebound. Here's a pull-up 3 by Sweeterman, and it's good. Renna Sweeterman with the 3, and we get a timeout called by Jay County. That's the first of the game by either team, and while they take one, we'll take one as well on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Twelve to 9, Southside on top as we are in the first quarter, but it's been all threes for both teams. And Smith will bring this one across the timeline. Combs trying to get it inside, and they get the turnover. Sweeterman for 3, and that's no good. And that's going to be a foul on Woodson on the inside. That'll be the second team foul against Southside. And it looks like it's Dirksen who's going to the free throw line. And Dirksen able to hit the free throw. She goes 2 for 2, and we got a 1-point game. Each of these teams has just 1 loss apiece. A little step back 3 there by Olivia Smith, and that one was short. She's hit 2 threes already, but that one was not able to fall. Grace Saxman across the timeline. Smith lost her footing. Tough shot, but it's good by Gabby Bilbrey, and that gives the lead to Jay County. That's the first time either team has made a shot inside the three-point line, at least as far as shots from the field are concerned. That 3 no good. That was taken by Annika Davis, and back the other way come the Patriots. Sweeterman inside the paint, swings it across court. Dirksen couldn't hit the 3, and Combs could have let that ball go out, but she's able to recover it. It's like a 1-2-2 zone. They get it inside. Davis just barely able to recover it. Smith steps inside and then draws the foul. That'll be the first foul on the Patriots. And Smith is able to knock down the free throw. We got a tie game. Aubrey Sweeterman will check back into the game. Shea Peterson makes her first entrance into the game. She's a senior. She'll play down low. In and out. And the rebound is pulled down. I believe that was Dirksen who got the rebound. Pull-up jumper comes up short from Sweeterman. And back the other way come the Archers. This is Smith down the floor. Left-hand shot, got it. A blow by Bucket. And check that, that's actually Annika Davis who gets the bucket. And that gives the lead right back to Southside. We've had 2 lead changes so far in this game. And a whistle blows on the drive. We're going to get a foul. It's either going to be on Woodson or Peterson. They're going to get Peterson for that one. That's her first. Inbound to Sweeterman. Knocked away. Shot fake by Sweeterman, no good, and Woodson comes down with the board. Here comes Davis across the timeline. Step back 3, got it. Annika Davis, the freshman from downtown. And we haven't seen the last of the 3 balls just yet. They feed it over to Sweeterman, takes a dribble into the lane. That jumper just inside the 3-point line. It's good, and that's Renna Sweeterman with the bucket. Renna Sweeterman off to a pretty good start. She scored 5 points for Jay County. And they're on a 7-game winning streak coming into this game. They force a turnover here. Sweeterman comes up with a loose ball, trying to get around Woodson, and that's a foul. That'd be the second on Woodson. And they may sub in for her. Nope. They do bring in a sub. That's Cassidy Connolly, but she'll give Combs a breather. But Woodson will remain in the game despite having committed those 2 fouls. Sweeterman swings that one over to Dirksen. She'll try the 3, and it's good to tie the game. Dirksen's off to a heck of a start. She scored 11 points, and we're still in the first quarter. That first quarter is in its final minute. Down to 44 seconds. Here's a step-back jumper by Smith, and that's too strong. Davis comes down with the board. She's going to be called for traveling. CC Callaway will check in. A tie ball game with 38.5 seconds to go. Southside came into this game at 6-1. Jay County at 8-1. Saxman has it poked away. That's Smith with the steal, and that's going to be a carry. So Smith able to force the turnover, but turns it right back over on the carry. And it looked pretty clear from up here that she had definitely carried the basketball. Poked away. Smith gets another steal. 2-on-2 to the basket. Left hand, and it's good. Olivia Smith scores right off the turnover. And Southside with a 2-point lead. We've gone back and forth here in this game, and that 3 will not go as the buzzer sounds for the end of the first quarter. The Southside Archers leading in a close one, 20-18. We'll be back for the second quarter after this on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
(20-18) as we begin the second quarter. Southside with the lead. Each of these teams coming in with just one loss on the season, both with experienced coaches. Kirk Comer is in his 11th season as the head coach at Jay County. It's his second stint with Jay County. He's been a head coach for 26 years overall. And Juanita Goodwell, she's in her 12th year as the head coach at Southside. The Archers went 16-10 a year ago. A great start to the season, won 9 of their first 12, going all the way through the SAC Holiday Tournament. Not going to have a holiday tournament this year, unfortunately. That shot off the glass, out of bounds. Jay County ball. Juanita Goodwell thought that one should have been Southside ball. I'm not sure she wasn't right. But it'll be easy Rogers to inbound it for the Patriots. They work it up to Dirksen. All just barely recovered along the line by Rogers, and that pass goes out of bounds. And Davis wisely letting it go. Good decision there by the freshman. She had a pretty good game earlier this season against Northridge. You would think that she's probably going to see more and more minutes on the floor. In fact, even though she did not start this game, it may not be long before that changes, whether this year or next year or into her junior year. Callaway will drive, blocked at the rim, but she was fouled. A Concordia transfer heading to the free throw line. Try and give Southside the lead. They start this quarter with Lamaya Woodson on the bench. She's committed 2 fouls already. Now, it may not be long before she comes back in. But Callaway misses the free throw, and now Combs will enter the game. She'll give Peterson a breather. Oh for 2. Callaway trying to get the steal off the inbound. Instead, the rebound came out to Gilbrey. Check that, Bilbrey with a B at the front. Sweeterman for 3. That one comes up short and ripped away off the rebound by Davis. Davis down the floor, draws a crowd, blocked. And that's poked from behind, but that's going to be a foul. Looks like this one's going to be on, Annika Davis. Yeah, Brandon Davis plays for the Concordia boys basketball team. That's a different ball game altogether. Of course, that Concordia boys team will be playing tonight against Oak Hill. You'll get to see it on Summit City Sports. Our own Ryan Dellinger will be on the call for that game. And it just so happens he coaches baseball for Southside High School. Led the Archers to a sectional championship back in 2019 when they last had a high school baseball season here in Indiana. Last year's season was, of course, postponed because of COVID. I should say it was canceled altogether because of COVID. They're going to call an offensive foul. I think they're going to get Sweeterman for that one. And we do have confirmation it was Sweeterman, her second foul, third team foul against the Patriots. And here's Smith across the timeline. Of course, talking about Ryan Dellinger, he also coaches travel baseball. As Smith was going for the reverse, she gets her own rebound. Loose ball, still on the floor, and eventually Callaway recovers it, and I'm not sure who that pass was intended for. Smith and Davis were both in the area. Smith went for it, and in the end, Southside keeps possession because the ball was out of bounds off of Jay County. And here's Grace Saxman into the game for Jay County. With a hand in her face, Davis could not hit the three. It was blocked. That was Dirksen, who got a hand on it, and then Callaway comes out with a steal. Callaway with the pickpocket. Well, with all the threes we had early on in this game, might only be a matter of time before Southside fires one against this zone. Smith driving in, kicks out to Callaway. Davis, another contested three. That one's no good. And a foul called on the board by Peterson. Check that, Connolly, number 11. Peterson's number 12. Connolly's a starter. Peterson was in off the bench earlier in this game. That's Saxman who comes in for Jay County. An elongated possession here for Southside. Nobody has scored here in the second quarter. Combs right off the inbound, missed the three, and Jay County takes over. Dirksen will put it in play for the Patriots. And of course, we've got more high school basketball after this one is all said and done. Not only do we have Oak Hill versus Concordia, that's a 7:30 tip if I'm not mistaken. We also have Lawrence North versus Northrop. The Northrop boys and the Northrop girls were both here at this gymnasium last night. And it was a sweep for Southside, both their girls and boys teams winning over the Bruins. It was a good bounce-back win for Southside after they suffered their only loss of the season in the prior game. Here's Izzy Rogers with the ball. Combs guarding her. Saxman trying to get inside. Saxman on the drive, puts up the floater. That's an air ball, and Smith comes out with the board. Smith looking to get out and run. Jay County was able to get back defensively. Smith's shot was blocked. And I'm not sure if Goodwell just didn't want Smith to do that. And nope, I think she was lobbying that maybe there should have been a foul called, but instead, Smith will inbound it to Callaway, and they're going to call her for traveling. And with 4:41 to go in the second quarter, we still don't have a made basket here in the quarter. Here's Sweeterman across the timeline. She's picked up by Smith. And whistles blow, perhaps away from the basketball. I think we're going to get a foul. They call it on Shea Peterson. Now, that's the 7th team foul against Southside. So this will be 1-1. Comes with 4:29 to go in the quarter. So we'll see if the scoreless streak in this quarter is snapped on these free throw attempts. It is not. And that will be Jay County ball. Rogers will look to put it in play. And she gets it into Bilbrey. Had a little trouble recovering the pass. And are they going to get a foul? They are, but it's an illegal screen on Jay County. They call it on Bilbrey. So the Archers take over. And still, we have yet to see somebody score the basketball here in this second quarter. This game started out raining threes. The first 7 made baskets in this game were 3-point shots. 3 for Jay County, 4 for Southside. Combs at the top of the key, tries to drive inside, kicks out to Smith. Good closeout there. Back out to Callaway. 1-2-2, perhaps matchup zone there by the Patriots. They work this one around to Callaway. A little baseball pass inside, and Peterson puts it home. The first bucket of the second quarter goes to the Archers. Shea Peterson has her first points of the game. Ball's on the deck. That's a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Southside. .3:17 and counting to go. Southside Archers leading by 4. They have trailed, I believe, once in this game. They've had the lead most of the time, and a little tip pass finds its way to Peterson, and she puts it home. And Southside has now scored the last 4 points, and we get a timeout called by Kirk Comer. We'll be right back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Empowered Sports Club, Fort Wayne's premier multi-sport facility and home to Empowered Volleyball Academy. With the deepest and most experienced coaching staff in the region, we've had a 100% college recruiting success rate for the last 6 years. Be sure to register for upcoming tryouts at our regular location and our new satellite program, Empowered OVC. If you're looking for a place where you can not only play volleyball, but call home, look no further than Empowered.
(24-18) Southside on top of Jay County with 3:01 to go. It was expected to be a good ball game, and it has been so far, although we're just coming off of the first points of the quarter being scored just moments ago. 2 straight baskets by Shea Peterson, and up until that, we were going on about 4.5 minutes, I think, without a made basket. Tough shot, no good, swatted out of bounds by Davis. And definitely went off of her, so it will stay with Jay County. Well, now the official has some words for Juanita Goodwell. Well, as far as who the ball went out off, it definitely looked like it went out off of Davis. 2:48 to go. And a high inbound. Dirksen barely grabs it. Couldn't get it to go. Putback is good. Gabby Bilbrey with the bucket. And Jay County gets their first points of the quarter. And double dribble is the call. They call it against Davis. And Jay County will take over with a chance to get back-to-back buckets after the turnover. Rogers will bring it across the timeline. Smith almost got the steal. And they're going to call a 5-second violation. And now Kirk Comer has some words for the official. Well, you know, this is just part of the game of basketball. Coaches and officials, they go at it. They have disagreements. Of course, I don't think anybody is out there claiming that officiating is easy. These officials, they have to make judgment calls, and they have to do it at a split second's notice. Feed inside to Combs. That shot is blocked. I think that was Dirksen who got a hand on that one, and back the other way come the Patriots. And all the way to the basket goes Sweetermeyer. A transition bucket for Sweetermeyer. And now Coach Goodwell wants a timeout. This is a full timeout. Before we go any further, we will go ahead and show you the last bucket via our Traction AP replay. I tell you what, Jay County has really turned up the defense here. Contested shot there by Combs. I think that was Dirksen who blocked the shot at the rim. And then Sweetermeyer says, I'll take this one all the way. Banks it in off the glass, and she puts it home, and that gives Jay County, or pulls Jay County, rather, within 2 points. 24-22. We'll be right back after this quick break here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back. We are in the second quarter, a close ball game. Renna Sweeterman scoring moments ago in transition right off a block shot. And again, I believe it was Dirksen who got the block on that shot. And Jay County, after being held scoreless for almost 6 minutes, they've got back-to-back buckets of their own. 6 points this quarter scored by Southside. 4 points scored this quarter by Southside. 4 scored by Jay County. There's Jones off the catch and shoot. Couldn't get it to go. Check that, Combs. Of course, J.C. Jones played here last year. She graduated. She was the leading scorer for Southside a year ago. They're going to get Smith for traveling that time. Here's Sweeterman across the timeline. That's Renna Sweeterman. They get it back outside to her. Madison Dirksen actually had 11 points in the first quarter as Sweeterman gets the blow-by bucket to tie the game. Callaway going baseline, no good. And now Jay County has a chance to take the lead. And Sweeterman is fouled as she gets it across the timeline and into the painted area. They're going to call that foul on C.C. Callaway. That's the 8th team foul against Southside. Been a while since they'd committed a foul. And that free throw just is good. So Jay County has the lead, 25-24. Second lead they've had in this game. They go 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. That was Sweeterman. And now she's got 11 points. Got her first points of the game back in the first quarter. I mentioned her teammate Maddie Dirksen had scored 11 points all in the first quarter. She's still at 11 for the time being. Smith. Going for the step-back three, and that's short. Jazz Combs comes down with the rebound. Here's Peterson with the shot. Check that, it's Connolly. Cassidy Connolly. And that ties the game. Pass is tipped, still loose, and Callaway comes out with it. Trying to get to the basket, she's fouled. Now that'd be the 6th-team foul. We'll see if they call this on the shot or on the floor. I think they're calling it on the floor. They called that foul on Aubrey Sweeterman, inbound to Combs. Smith fires off the catch and shoot. That's short. Check that, it's Davis. And her second shot is blocked. Dirksen comes out with it. High pass into Sweeterman, thrown into the backcourt. Callaway going after that one, dives to the floor, and she was fouled. Now that's the 7th-team foul, so that's going to mean free throws for the Archers. Callaway will go to the line for 1 and 1. And she's able to hit the first one to give the lead back to Southside. .4. Check that, 8.4 seconds showing on the clock, and Callaway rattles home the second one. Check that, it actually is 3.4. So not a lot of time for Jay County to get the ball across the timeline. Southside's going to press. This is Bilbrey, and Dirksen did not get that shot off. So with that, we are at halftime. Southside with the lead over Jay County. We got a good one here at Don Reichert Gymnasium, as Southside is up in a game that started with both teams knocking down a whole bunch of threes. We'll go ahead and get in a word from some of our sponsors that allow us to come out and do these games here on SummitCitySports.com. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. You can learn more about ProFed at profedcu.org. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com for more information. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com for more. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard, located by Blaze Pizza. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. No referral is needed, saving you time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. And if you're interested in developing your basketball skills, or if you have a son or daughter who is interested in developing their basketball skills, check out the Holiday Hoops Basketball Development Camp hosted by Always 100. It will go from December 28th through the 31st. Morning sessions are 9 to 11 a.m. Evening sessions are 4 to 6 p.m. To register, go to always100basketball.com. For questions, contact Always 100 at 260-446-3251. A good one here at halftime at Don Reichert Gymnasium, but it's Southside leading 28-26. We'll be back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
(28-26), Southside leads Jay County. as we are at halftime in what has been a good ball game. It started out with both teams knocking down threes. We had 7 threes to start the scoring. Southside hit 4 threes to start the game. Jay County hit 7. That got us to a 12-9 Southside lead. But the defense started to pick up there in the second quarter, and neither team scored any points till there was about 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. And then Southside got back-to-back buckets, both of those by Shea Peterson. But then shortly afterwards, Renee Sweeterman was able to knock down back-to-back shots and get it back to a 2-point game. Jay County came back all the way to take the lead eventually. They went up 26-24, but then Southside scored the last 4 points to close out the half. We'll look at the statistics for now here at the halftime locker room. Madison Dirksen has 11 points, so does Renna Sweeterman. She's got 11 as well. Gabby Bilbrey has 4. Those are the leading scorers for Jay County. Leading scorer for Southside is Olivia Smith with 7. Annika Davis has 5. Cece Calloway has 5. So does Shea Peterson. Jazz Combs with 3. And Cassidy Connolly with 2. We'll go ahead and give you a look at a couple of our replays that we've had here in this first half. Those replays, of course, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This was the first made basket of the second quarter, as Southside had a 20-18 lead at that point. They work it around to Shea Peterson, and this was one of her back-to-back buckets that got the scoring started in the second quarter for Southside. They went up 22-18 at that point. But later on, this was how the run started for Jay County. Right off an inbound, they were down 24-18. The initial shot by Dirksen wouldn't go, but then Sweeterman came in, got the tip, and put it back in. It was one of her back-to-back buckets. Jay County would then score the next 8 points, go up 26-24, but then Southside answered, scored 4 straight points of their own. So we stand at 28-26 at halftime. Could be a close one as we get closer to the finish. Got 2 more quarters of basketball to play here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Back after this here on SummitCitySports.com.
Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
We're just about a minute away from the start of the second half here at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School. 28-26, both Southside and Jay County with just 1 loss apiece coming into this game. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. And we do have a full day of basketball. Well, maybe not quite a full day of basketball. We got a lot of basketball for you here on SummitCitySports.com today. 5:30 tonight, we'll have Lawrence North versus Northrop boys. It's a game that I'll have over at Northrop High School. And then at 7:30, Concordia will tip off against Oak Hill. Both of those are non-conference games. Oak Hill is down in Converse, Indiana, not too far from Marion. And Lawrence North, they're out in Indianapolis. And they're coached by Jack Kiefer, a longtime head coach, who, if I'm not mistaken, used to coach at Oak Hill. Driving to the basket is Rogers. Couldn't get it to go, and a jump ball. That's going to give it back to Southside. Callaway across the timeline. She feeds it over to Smith. Combs gets it inside to Woodson. Woodson has it knocked away. Ball still loose. Woodson got it back. That's another jump ball. It's going right back to Jay County. Derek Center, check that. That's Schwederman. The ball's knocked away. Picked up eventually by Rogers. Looking to get the backdoor cut to Schwederman, but she was well defended. I think that's Davis who's on her. Check that, it's Smith who's on her. Crashing in for the rebound is Schwederman. Putback wouldn't go, and eventually Woodson rips away the board. Smith across the timeline. She gets it over to Combs. They had Woodson at the top of the key momentarily. Now she comes back up. The feed inside to Connolly. Connolly, who had two defenders right around her, didn't have much chance to get a shot off. Here's Callaway trying to feed Woodson on the inside. Gets it to her. Smith with a long three. And it is good. Olivia Smith from long range, and the Archers get the first points of the half. That's Smith's first three since the first quarter. Pass is knocked away by Woodson. Here comes Callaway back down the floor. Has it blocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Southside. They get it into Combs. Combs fires a three, and it's good. Right off the inbound, Jazz Combs. I believe she got the first points of this game, and now Kirk Comer is going to call a timeout as Southside has opened up on an 8-0 run. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and quickly show you one of the baskets that led to that timeout as we take a look at our Traction AP replay. Good job getting it to Woodson in the middle of that zone, and then Smith with just enough space to knock down the three. She hits her third triple of the game. We will be right back after this. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
34-26 in favor of Southside. Back-to-back threes to start this quarter. One of them by Olivia Smith, the other by Jazz Combs. Smith has 12 points in the game to lead all Southside scorers. Tough shot, that one wouldn't fall. And I believe that's Peterson who comes down with the rebound. And Smith was fouled as she crosses the timeline. Sweeterman gets called for the foul. And here's Smith right off the inbound. And I believe Kirk Comer has just 2 timeouts remaining in the game. Here's Callaway, gets double-teamed against the zone. Defense has really turned things up in the second quarter. We didn't have a made basket in that quarter until about 3.5 minutes to go. Jay County gets the stop here. Rebound comes to Izzy Rogers. Rogers, 1-on-2 to the glass, poked out from behind. Are they going to call a foul here? Or was it just out of bounds off of Smith? I think that's the officials saying it's not a foul. Kirk Comer trying to plead otherwise. But the officials will say that Smith just knocked it out of bounds. We'll stay with Jay County, though. High inbound into the hands of Sweeterman. Sweeterman trying to back inside. Here's a 3 from the corner. That's an air ball. Combs couldn't grab it. And Dirksen comes up with a rebound. Here's Sweeterman with the step back. Got it. That's a 2. And Jay County pulls within 6. Renna Sweeterman having a heck of a ball game. She's got 13 points. I believe she had 8 points going all the way back to that the first quarter. Woodson trying to grab the rebound, and it's out of bounds off of Woodson. And now Jay County will get it back. Southside started off this half with back-to-back threes, but Jay County now has a chance to get back into this game with back-to-back buckets. Technically, they're not out of this game at this point. Down just 6. Here's Sweeterman with a step-back 3, and Woodson snags the rebound. Lob up the floor looking for Peterson, and she puts it home. Beautiful teamwork between Smith and Peterson. For Peterson, she's got 6 points off the bench, and the Patriots get the ball across the timeline. There's a pull-up 3 by Rogers. Banks it home. Rogers finds an open bank on a Saturday. And Izzy Rogers has her first points of the night. Combs was thinking about pulling up from downtown. Here's Smith for 3, and she hits it. A 4 3-pointer performance for Olivia Smith. 15 points total in the game for Smith. Sweeterman with the feed. Tough shot, no good. And Smith will grab the rebound, and she was fouled. They called the foul on Sweeterman. That'll be the second team foul against the Patriots with 3:04 to go in this third quarter. Still a lot of basketball left to be played, but somebody's going to walk away from this one with a marquee win. Each of these teams came into this game with just 1 loss on the season. Southside came in at 6-1. Jay County came in at 8-1. And we've got more basketball for you here on Summit City Sports. We've got the Oak Hill versus Concordia boys at 7:30, and even before that, we've got the Lawrence North versus Northrop boys at 5:30. Woodson rips away the ball. Recovered by Davis. Her floater doesn't go. Woodson grabs the board and puts it home in a foul. Lamaya Woodson doing some hard work on that offensive glass, and she's got a chance for a 3-point play. I believe Woodson has not scored until that bucket, but she gets a big one there. The free throw doesn't fall, though. Here's Rogers guarded by Callaway. Gets a screen right at half court from Dirksen. Good feed inside. Shot is good by Gabby Bilbrey. Davis fakes the pass. Both Peterson and Woodson had come out to the free throw line. The ball stolen away. Now a chance for back-to-back buckets for the Patriots, but then they turn it over. Couldn't tell if that was Callaway or Peterson who poked it out from behind. Left-hand runner wouldn't fall for Smith. Poked out from behind, but that's going to be a foul on Peterson. Davis was ready to take that to the bucket. Unfortunately, despite the fact that she made the shot, it's not going to count. It was well after the foul was called. That's only the first team foul against the Archers this half. They're up 8. They've been up this entire second half so far, but we've still got a whole nother quarter to play and a minute 45 left in this one. Saxon kicks it back out. This is Sweeterman on the drive. Juanita Goodwell trying to direct her players as to where to go. Here's Saxman back out to the top of the key. Davis playing great man-to-man defense on her. Drive to the basket, the kick out to Dirksen. Nearly stolen away by Smith. I believe that's a 2 if it goes, but it does not go. And Woodson able to grab the rebound and get it out to Smith. She had to get it out quick. She had a defender right on her, and Smith takes it all the way to the glass. Back across the timeline comes Sweeterman. 3 ball, no good. But a second chance for the Patriots. And that shot was blocked. It goes out of bounds. Off of Southside, it will stay with Jay County. They get it into Dirksen. Pass is tipped. Sweeterman able to recover. Sweeterman with the pull-up jumper. It goes out of bounds. Southside ball. 31.4 seconds to play. Callaway brings this one across the timeline. Southside can hold for the last shot here. We're down to 11 seconds. As Southside tries to close out the quarter with a bucket. And they might get one here. Nope, it rolls right off the rim. And we get a foul called before the quarter ended. The buzzer has sounded, but I believe the foul was called before the quarter ended. And they call it on Lamaya Woodson. And are we going to have free throws after this quarter end? No, it's not going to be free throws. It was not on a shot. But either way, the third quarter has come to an end. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com. Start of the fourth quarter here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. on the campus of Southside High School. This will be Smith bringing it across the timeline as Southside held Jay County to just 7 points in that third quarter. Woodson gets a touch and gets a bucket this time. Had a chance to get one before the close of the quarter. Just couldn't squeeze it in, but this time she does. Full court pressure by the Archers, and Jay County is able to beat it. And that goes off the hands of Saxman and out of bounds. Somebody's getting a marquee win when this game's all said and done. Both of these teams well coached by experienced head coaches, and both of these teams have just one loss apiece coming into today. Here's Callaway, slows it down. That's Smith for three, couldn't knock that one down. She has hit 4 triples, though, in the game today, so Smith no doubt having an outstanding performance. The feed inside, that shot is no good. Second chance shot, that's no good. And Smith comes away with the board. Smith drives to the basket, kicks it back out to Combs. Combs from downtown, no good. Double team comes. Sweeterman for three, a little bit too strong. And that shot swatted away by Woodson. Great defensive play by the senior. I talked a little bit before this game about her wingspan, and she showed you some of that just a minute ago. Got about 6 minutes to play. That three would not fall. Offensive rebound pulled down by Sweeterman. Her shot rolls in. Renna Sweeterman, leading scorer for this Jay County team. She's up to 15 points. Southside not in too much of a hurry to get a bucket here. Want to drain some time off the clock, having this 10-point lead. And, of course, you don't have a shot clock to worry about in high school basketball, not in the state of Indiana, as that ball was knocked out of bounds by Bilbrey. Callaway drives the basket, puts up the floater, had it swatted. Second chance shot was blocked, and then Woodson gets the putback. And that's going to prompt a timeout by Juanita Goodwell. I believe they called that a full timeout. And no, it's a 30-second timeout, but we will take a break nonetheless here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Club, Fort Wayne's premier multi-sport facility and home to Empowered Volleyball Academy. With the deepest and most experienced coaching staff in the region, we've had a 100% college recruiting success rate for the last 6 years. Be sure to register for upcoming tryouts at our regular location and our new satellite program, Empowered OVC. If you're looking for a place where you can not only play volleyball, but call home, look no further than Empowered.
47-35, Southside with the lead over Jay County. We got 5:23 to go. Both these teams trying to come up with key victories. Southside just one loss coming into this particular game. Jay County with just one loss coming into this game. Here's Sweeterman, feeds it across the timeline to Aubrey Sweeterman. That pass is knocked away by Woodson, went off her hand and out of bounds. So it'll stay with Jay County. They had an elongated possession last time they had the ball, but that resulted in a bucket by Renna Sweeterman with an R, no J. And that's a high inbound to Dirksen. That goes into the backcourt. And Sweeterman's just going to let that roll out of bounds. If she had touched it, it would have been a backcourt violation. And it would have been Southside ball anyway. So Olivia Smith will put it in play for the Archers. She gets it into Callaway. Callaway feeds it back over to Smith. That's a long three. Couldn't quite hit that one. Woodson comes down with the board. Peterson able to save it. And Smith dribbles it off her own 2 feet and out of bounds. Inbound to Sweeterman. Combs comes up to defend in the backcourt, but the Patriots get the ball across the timeline. This is Saxman, picked up by Combs. And no switch. It's Smith on Sweeterman. That's a bit of a mismatch. Sweeterman at 6 foot flat, and we're going to get a jump ball. That will, however, keep it with the Patriots. We've got 4:23 to go, and Annika Davis, the freshman, will check into the game. So when this game's all said and done, we'll announce the Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game Award. Ball is poked away and recovered by Callaway. The Concordia transfer comes up with the steal. Callaway played for head coach Dave Miller when she was at Concordia. Miller is a longtime head basketball coach at Concordia. He's won 2 state championships. And now that Callaway's at Southside, she gets to play for Juanita Goodwill, a very accomplished head coach in her own right. They get it to Woodson. Pass down low for Combs. She chases down the loose ball. Good job by Combs to keep the possession alive. Combs contested, but she knocks it down. Jazz Combs with 8 points in the game, and we're going to get a jump ball. That's going to give it right back to Southside. 3:31 in the game, left on the clock. And a timeout has been called. It's a full timeout, and we will take a break on this one. A 14-point lead for Southside. Back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
49-35, Southside on top with 3:31 left to go in this ball game. Trying to become the second team to defeat Jay County. Jay County came into this game on a 7-game winning streak. They double-teamed Smith. Oh, she was very close to the timeline. They don't call her for over and back. It was a tough pass out to Smith. Smith gets inside, finds Woodson at the last second, and Woodson is fouled. It was on the shot, so Woodson will go to the charity stripe. And that's the fourth team foul against the Patriots. And Woodson will try to cash in on these free throws. Could not get the first one to fall. Second one no good also. Callaway tips out the rebound out to Smith. Smith gets double-teamed. Callaway got double-teamed. Davis with a tough catch puts it home. Annika Davis with 7 points off the bench, and that ball goes out of bounds off the hands of, I believe, Aubrey Sweeterman. And the Archers will take over. Smith will bring it across the timeline. 1-2-2 zone here put on by the Patriots. Combs feeds it over to Callaway. Finds Woodson, cutting to the lane, loses the ball. And back down the floor comes Rogers. They feed it back outside to Sweeterman. Sweeterman with the pull-up, no good. Woodson has the board. Southside won on this court last night against Northrop. It was a quick turnaround for them. That ball stolen by Sweeterman. Back down the floor comes Renna Sweeterman, and she puts it home. A big bucket for Jay County, but we now approach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Here's Davis off the catch and shoot, too strong. Combs right there for the rebound, and then she gets fouled. That takes us inside the 2-minute mark, 1:57 to go. Combs unable to hit the first free throw. Peterson checking back into the game as Callaway will take a breather. Gabby Brilby will check into the game. Second free throw is good by Combs, and Southside does add to their lead. I mentioned they beat Northrop on this court just last night, so it was a quick turnaround for the Archers. Coming back to play the next game at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. But I'm sure they'll definitely enjoy the upcoming weekend, if you will. They get Sunday off, and they're back at it again on Tuesday. They'll be on this court again. Ball's knocked away. Woodson able to track it down. She loses the handle. Battle for the ball on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it back to the Patriots. Southside's next game will be on Tuesday against Wayne, and that'll be a 3 p.m. start. I'd have to guess that Southside will be out of school on Tuesday as we're approaching the Christmas break. I imagine we'll have that on Summit City Sports. Have to wait and see who the broadcast teams are. That is to be determined. Rogers hands that one off to Sweeterman. Sweeterman off the glass, banks it home. Well, Jay County chipping away, but there's very little time left. We're now inside the final minute of play. Sweeterman with 19 points, and that three is good by Annika Davis. Right off the catch and shoot as Southside makes it a 16-point lead once again. Poked away. Smith keeps it in play, but right into the hands of Sweeterman. She comes across the timeline. Sweeterman, contested shot, got it. Woodson had her hand right in her face, and Sweeterman was still able to knock it down. 21 points for Renna Sweeterman. And Smith will get this one across the timeline. Davis got it. A contested shot by Annika Davis. She'll have a double-digit finish tonight. 13 points off the bench for the freshman. And that's thrown right into the hands of Olivia Smith. Smith will get it across the timeline and then let the clock run down. And a huge win for the Southside Archers. They snap a 7-game winning streak for Jay County, and Southside is your winner today, 57-41 over Jay County. The win improves the Archers to 7-1, and they will take on the Wayne Generals for their next game. That will be Tuesday, a 3 p.m. start. We'll be back right after this quick break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Empowered Sports Club, Fort Wayne's premier multi-sport facility and home to Empowered Volleyball Academy. With the deepest and most experienced coaching staff in the region, we've had a 100% college recruiting success rate for the last 6 years. Be sure to register for upcoming tryouts at our regular location and our new satellite program, Empowered OBC. If you're looking for a place where you can not only play volleyball, but call home, look no further than Empowered.
Well, Southside snaps a 7-game winning streak for Jay County. The Archers are your winner, 57-41. Jay County came into this game at 8-1 on the season, but Southside comes away with the victory. They improved to 7-1 on the season with a conference game against Wayne coming up this Tuesday. That'll be at 3 p.m. right here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. It's back-to-back home wins for Southside at this point, as they knock off both Northrop and Jay County in back-to-back games. This game started with Southside knocking down a lot of threes, and really, Jay County was knocking down a lot of threes early on. The score was 12-9 early in the first quarter, with all the scoring coming from three-point land at that point. But then the second quarter, it became a lot harder for both teams to score. We didn't have a made basket until there was about 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. But Southside took a 28-26 lead into halftime. Jay County actually went on an 8-0 run as we got close to the close of the first half. But then Southside scored 4 straight points, took the lead, and kept the lead all the way through in the second half. They did a really good job closing things out. Well, our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Olivia Smith. She was the leading scorer with 17 points, played a great game overall. She hit 4 threes in this particular game. Olivia Smith is the Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. I mentioned Smith was the leading scorer. She scored 17 points. Annika Davis right behind her with 13. Shea Peterson and Lamaya Woodson with 6 apiece. Jazz Combs with 8. Cece Calloway with 5. And Cassidy Connolly with 2. Leading scorer for Jay County was Renna Sweeterman with 21, Madison Dirksen with 11, Gabby Bilbrey with 6. Izzy Rogers finished the game with 3. Those are the scorers for this particular game. And again, it's Southside who gets the win, 57-41 over Jay County. That's going to do it from here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. For my camera operator, Deontay Davis, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Reichert Gymnasium. Again, Southside wins it, 57-41 over Jay County, here on SummitCitySports.com.
I choose to do whole-body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.